Well, hello, Prealgebra students. This is lesson 22. Our objective is, how do you multiply and divide fractions? So the simple answer, I guess, to start with multiplication is you just multiply the top, multiply the bottom. And there's a picture right of this to kind of illustrate that. Notice from here to here is 1, so I've divided into 1, 2, 3 pieces. So from here to here is 1/3. And likewise, this distance is 1. And so from here to here is 2/3. So I'm multiplying 1/3 and 2/3. So 1/3 times 2/3, 1/3 times 2/3 is going to be, notice, 2 of the 9 pieces that are in here. So to do that, you just multiply the top. So 1 times 2, 1 times 2. Multiply the bottom, 3 times 3. So it's going to be 2/9, which is what we illustrated right over here. Another one here says, what is 3/4 of 8/9? Remember, this word of implies multiplication most of the time. So 3/4 of 8/9 means multiply. And remember, we could, I guess, just multiply these across and then reduce. Or I'm noticing that these have a common factor. So notice this 9 is 3 times 3. So I can reduce this 3 with that 3. And same idea with these 8s and 4s here. This 8 is 4 times 2. So that 4 and that 4 would reduce. That'd be a 1, that'd be a 1. So now multiply. I have a 1 times 2 on top. I have 1 times 3 on the bottom. It's going to give me 2/3. Okay, this is example 3. Again, just straight from your book, it says, what is the reciprocal of 5/6? So part A, remember the reciprocal is just to flip it over. So this would be 6/5. Part B, it says, what's the multiplicative inverse of 3? So what it's asking is 3 times what will give me 1? Or in other words, it's asking what the reciprocal is. Because the multiplicative inverse just means the reciprocal. So since 3 is the same thing as 3/1, the reciprocal would be 1/3. And again, note, if I did 3/1 times 1/3, that'd give me 3/3, which is just 1. So it's kind of just unstoppable right there. Answer is 1/3. How many 1/4 are in 1? The number of 1/4 in 1 would just mean we need to divide 1 by 1/4. Or we can just kind of think about the reciprocal of that. Let's kind of illustrate that here. This would be C. It's talking about 1 divided by 1/4. 1 divided by 1/4. Well, if you remember this from before, when you divide fractions, you flip the second one and multiply. So this would be the same thing as 1 times 4/1, or 1/1. It's going to be 4/1, which is just equal to 4. So there would be 4 1/4 in 1. And part D here says, how many 2/3 are in 1? So I'm going to say 1 divided by 2/3, which means 1 multiplied by 3/2. Remember, flip the second one and multiply. So this would be 3/2, which you could just leave like that. Or if you wanted, you could say 1.5. But I'd probably just stick with that, 3/2. Example 4 says, how many 1/8 are in 1/4? So that means I need to take 1/4 and divide by 1/8. So to divide fractions, you keep this first one the same, and you multiply by the second one, by the reciprocal of the second one. Okay, so notice what's changed. The division has changed to multiplication, and the 1/8 has changed to 8/1. I'm going to reduce 8 and 4 have common factors. So this 8 is the same thing as 4 times 2. So that 4 and 4 will reduce. So I'm going to have 1 times 2 on the top and 1 times 1 on the bottom, which is going to be 2 over 1, which is just simply 2. So there are 2 8ths and 1 4th. The last one here is example 5. Simplify 3 fourths divided by 1/3. So I just want to say 3 fourths times 3 over 1 gives me 3 times 3 over 4 times 1, 9 over 4. That would also be 2 and 1/4. If I stick with the improper fraction. And that is lesson 22. Good luck.